Got a great show for you today because he caught the ball, John. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm having a great day. Had a great night. Having a great day. Because yesterday we played the game fair, foul, or caught.
I remember. That was fun.
Who would have thought that today we could play another game? Home run? Not home run.
The sequel.
The sequel to fair, foul, or caught. And listen, a lot of people have an opinion on it. If you didn't hear it yet, I'm going to play it for you right out of the gate. As the New York Yankees, first and foremost, most importantly, win the first game of the series against a team that's most likely going to be their rival all year, and that's Toronto, to win their 10th consecutive game.
Yeah.
That's 10.
And they did
with a
it.
T.
And they did it. There's so many things from this game, like Glaber being the hero, getting
Yeah.
the game-winning hit. But how about the fact that Chad Green, of all people, comes in, one-run lead the ninth inning, and barely breaks a sweat and pitches a 1-2-3 inning?
Yeah.
Who the hell saw that coming?
I mean, their pitching again is just beyond. In a tight spot, first and second. They get a big out. 2 outs. They get the out. Their pitching's just been dynamite.
Right now, the Yankees have the best record in baseball, and all their stats.
Wait, say that again. I didn't hear that.
Right now, the Yankees have the best record in baseball.
Where are all you Yankee haters out there? Cashman sucks. Okay.
Right now, the Yankees have the best record in all of baseball, and all of their stats overall are really good. Like, they've hit the most home runs, they're scoring the most runs. I get all that.
Yeah.
But the strength of the New York Yankees remains their pitching.
Yeah, I agree.
1 through 14, 1 through 13, however you want to rank it. Their pitching is tremendous. They get quality performances basically every day. They've got an army coming out of this bullpen, despite Loizaga's rough start, despite Green's rough start, despite last night. Look at Clay Holmes. Look how good Clay Holmes has been.
He's money right now.
And he's been great since the Yankees acquired him. So right now everything's clicking for this team. But I really believe this moving forward. The strength of the New York Yankees through the rest of this season is going to be the fact that they can pitch, man.
Yeah, listen, so injury is injury. You can't plan for it. It's going to happen at some point to every team at some level. But 10 consecutive games and winning yesterday, I think I don't want to overstate it's one game, but I think winning in the manner they won is also significant. Like you said, great pitching late. They didn't score a lot of runs. You take Glaber out, they scored no runs. Right? The 2-run home run, and then, of course, the RBI opposite field single, to give them the lead in the top of the ninth. That's a game, that, like I always say, you're going to win 60, you're going to lose 60, right? It's the other 42 games.
You always say that?
I invented that.
You invented that?
Yes, I did.
That's a Craig Carton invention?
I invented that.
So here's what we've learned.
Go
Craig
ahead.
invented.
I did, and I'll challenge anyone to tell me I didn't.
So yesterday we learned Craig invented interrupting people giving sports updates.
I did.
You did?
I did.
No, I know.
I brought that to the fan. No one else did that prior to me.
You have also invented the adage in baseball that there's a group of games you're going to win.
That's right.
There's a group of games you're going to lose.
Namely 60. 60. You're going to win 60. You're going to lose 60. So that's 120. The other 42 games are the games that decide who's playing postseason ball.
So this game last night was a part of the 42?
Yes, it was. That's exactly right, Evan.
And how about the fact, and Yankee fans, you got to love this, because this burned your ass in 2004. You got a guy on base to lead off a ninth inning, and you instantly look towards your bench. You see number 33, Timmy LaCastro.
That's right.
You say, hey, go out there, Timmy. And everybody in the world knows the same thing. The pitcher at the time, Yimi Garcia, knows it. The catcher knows it. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows Timmy LaCastro's going to run. He's going to try to steal second base. And he does.
Yep.
And he's successful. Yeah. And that really set the inning up. That's a weapon to have off the bench, man.
They don't score without him getting to second base. So we'll get to all the Yankees stuff. We're going to get to the John and Susan stuff in just a moment. I recognize there's a Met game today. If you're on your way to the Met game, tough loss last night. Ugh. But let's do this. There are two things happen that I think are worthy of discussion now, an hour before they play an afternoon game at home, okay, against the Atlanta Braves. They got screwed by Major League Baseball yesterday.
Which part?
But it's not why they lost the game. I want to be fair about it.
Was it the strike three not called to Chris Bassett?
No, because that's an umpire making a bad call. And he admitted it, to Bassett, and Bassett accepted the apology. And it was a brutal call, to be fair. But that's not baseball screwing the Mets. That's an umpire making a bad call on a strike or ball. You can't suspend the manager 5 minutes before a game. Now, I don't think it had any impact, but I can't say for a fact that later in the game it had an impact or not. I don't understand what was the need to suspend Buck 5 minutes before the game when they very easily could have said, you're suspended for tomorrow's game. Like, at the end of the day, who cares which game it is, right?
Right.
But I don't think it's right or appropriate to do it so close to first pitch.
And here's the other look of it. Who the hell did the Mets hit in that game against the Philadelphia Phillies? Alec Boehm, really? On a changeup with 2 strikes as the Mets are about to win a baseball game? Or, no. They're suspending him because they actually pitched inside to Kyle Schwarber.
Right, which you're allowed to do.
You're allowed to do that. Kyle, by the way, had 2 home runs in the game. You're allowed to send messages. You're allowed to pitch inside. The Mets have been hit now 20 times, numerous times in the head. And yet Buck Showalter needs to serve a suspension?
Yeah, I don't even care that. Listen,
So you're right about the timing.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
I mean, it just
but I'm
seems
also
so off. Like the game's starting in 5 minutes. Again, it's not like football where you're suspending the offensive coordinator who's about to call your plays. So I don't want to overstate it. I don't think it's why they lost the game.
Well, it could have contributed.
But
this game could be managed differently.
It's a bad look.
I mean, you can minimize it all you want. I actually respectfully disagree with you. Buck Showalter is one of the most prepared managers in baseball. He prepares everything. All right, I got to hear Trevor May after the game bitching and moaning that he's hurt.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'm hurt. I don't know. Maybe Buck Showalter doesn't go to him, or maybe Buck Showalter pulls him quicker. I don't know. But my point is, I can't just throw it away that it made no difference.
Yeah, I'm just saying
it may have made a difference.
It may have, but I'm not saying.
What's their record when Buck doesn't manage?
He's 0-2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, come on. Don't die on that hill.
All I did was ask you a fact.
That's a bad hill to die
I'm not
on.
dying on any hill.
You can't die on that hill.
I'm not dying on a hill.
That they're winless when he's not in the dugout.
Hold on, it's a fact.
Yeah, it's
How
a
many
fact,
games
but
have-
that's not a good one.
It's just a fact.
You're
not.
I know you're not dying on that hill.
I'm not dying on a hill.
You're just making a point.
I'm
Hey,
making a point.
We haven't won without.
I'll tell you
him.
something else,
Okay,
Met fans. You may
fine.
not want to hear this, and we'll see
Yeah.
what happens later today.
Go ahead.
They're also 0-1 since they DFA'd Robbie Cano. Got to throw
you
that
go.
in there, too.
They haven't beaten the Braves since the Supreme Court leaked their vote. How about that one? Okay? We can play that game all day long if you want.
As much as we all feel the Mets are different, and I do feel the Mets
Yeah.
are different, last night didn't feel different. Last night felt like the same crap. You got Travis d'Arnaud hacking at pitches 2 feet off the plate and dumping it in a right field and sticking it in our eye. You've got the Met offense being able to do nothing. I mean, last night's loss to the Atlanta Braves on a lot of levels was eerily familiar, dude.
Well, and of course, the fear now is that, you're at risk of losing your first series of the year. But you do have 2 games today. Dave Peterson against Charlie Morton in the afternoon game. And then whatever time tonight's game starts, it's Kyle Wright and Cookie Carrasco. So, you rebound from a loss. And you try to make sure you can win another series because you haven't lost one yet. But the real story is the New York Yankees. I mean, Gleyber Torres, Mr. Clutch, 10 straight wins. All of a sudden, nobody cares what Carlos Beltran has to think. Aaron Boone is safe. Brian Cashman's the greatest general manager in all of baseball. And when are the Yankees going to lose? When? Tell me when. June?
Tonight.
July?
Tonight.
You think they're going to lose tonight with my man J-Mo on the mound?
Yeah, you're
because
facing
Manoah
Alek
is pretty
Manoah.
good, right?
He's been awesome. Plus,
Yeah, that's another win for the Pinstripers.
Plus, I've learned something. Eventually, at some point, you're going to lose. And here's the key. In all seriousness, last year, the Yankees had a 12-game winning streak.
Yes.
It happened in the mid part of the summer. I think it was in late July.
It was
if I'm not
going into
mistaken.
July, I think, yeah.
So they had a 12-game winning streak. And the question was always, well, they're going to lose eventually, and then what happens? And what happened last year was shocking. Do you remember what happened when they finally lost?
They kept losing.
They kept losing.
They were the streakiest team in baseball
I think
last
they
year.
ended up losing 10 out of 12. So the key is once this winning streak ends, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, maybe they sweep the Blue
No,
Jays.
it's gonna
Maybe
end
it
at
keeps
some
going.
point.
At some point, it's going to end. What happens after that? You don't want to give it all back like you saw last year where they responded by losing, I think it was 10 out of 12. And it starts innocently. So really, it's about the consistency. That's what you need to see once this win streak ends. But there's good signs everywhere. First of all, Giancarlo Stanton is proving that the man can play right field without pulling a hamstring and getting hurt. I'll
but
knock
hold
on wood for you.
He didn't even throw the ball back in
What are you talking about?
after the home run. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you John Sterling at his finest last night.
Pitch, 1-2. Swung on in the air to right. Back goes Stanton on the track at the wall, leaping, and she is gone. It is a home run.
Okay, there you go. Yankees are down 1-0. You know, I turned the radio off. I went to another station just because I was pissed that they were down 1-0. I came back. It was 0-0. And I can't figure out what the hell happened. So I did a little research.
What happened?
Stanton caught that ball, and that ball wasn't going to leave the park anyway. Would have hit high off the wall. So, I mean, let's just say worst case stand-up double. But he actually caught the ball. Oh, but that's not the only mistake that was made last night. Let's hear it again, please.
Pitch, 1-2. Swung on in the air to right. Back goes Stanton on the track at the wall, leaping, and she is gone. It is a home run.
No. Caught it.
Stop right there. All right, so you hear in the background the muffled sounds of Susan Waldman.
Yeah.
She's at home because she's recovering her own admission from COVID. John, I believe, is at the game in Toronto, okay? You hear Susan. We amplified it because I didn't know what it was at first. I now know what it is. She's saying, no, he caught it. Because John's about to be perplexed. He doesn't know why everyone's waiting around. He has no idea why the guy's not running around the bases. So now I want you to listen to Susan in the background going, no, he caught it, before she tells John exactly what happened.
No. Caught it.
You hear that?
I do.
He caught it.
No. Caught it.
He caught it.
No, he
so,
caught it.
like, she didn't mean to say that out loud, obviously. She's reacting to it like anyone else watching it. But she's also got a live mic on in front
You
of
don't
her.
think she's trying to notify John
No,
Sterling
I
that
don't.
he caught it?
I don't.
No?
I think she's so perplexed by what she's seeing on TV versus what she's hearing on the radio like the rest of us that she just uttered, oh, he caught it. So now here's the entire thing.
Pitch, 1-2. Swung on in the air to right. Back goes Stanton on the track at the wall, leaping, and she is gone. It is a home run.
No. Caught it.
They're all waiting. And why are they waiting?
Why are they waiting?
Because Stanton caught the ball.
And coming off the field is Chapman. Stanton never threw the ball back in.
Yes, he did.
So Stanton just robbed Chapman of a home run.
No, he
wow.
didn't.
What a play by Stanton. Stanton leaped to the top of the fence,
Yeah.
and he caught it right at the top of the wall. I don't think the ball would have been out. I think it would have been off the very
Okay.
top of the wall.
I'll give you
but
credit
hey,
for
that's
that.
a tremendous catch by Stanton. And then we've mentioned he does nothing wrong in the outfield.
And
Look-
look how happy he is.
Oh, that's the saving grace. Look how happy he is.
He's very happy.
John, of all the dramatic things, look how happy Stanton is. Yeah, so...
No.
So first he gets the home run wrong. Then he wants to know, why are they waiting around? And then he actually said, Stanton never threw the ball back. He clearly threw the ball back underhanded.
He did.
Yeah, like he whipped it in underhanded.
It was one of those, I'm happy I made a great catch, whipped
Yeah.
into the infield.
Now, here's the issue with it. I love it. This is the charm of that broadcast. I can't get enough of it. Apparently, it is starting now to go the other way with the listeners.
What, people are getting upset?
Yeah, they're now to the point they're like, enough.
Wouldn't you, though, let me ask you this. You're
I love
a
it.
diehard Yankee fan listening on the radio. It's the second inning of this game, so it's
Yeah.
early on. You're driving back from work. Wouldn't you rather get the good news that it's not a home run? Like when
Sure.
it goes the other way like it did with Stanton. Remember when he called the Stanton home run?
Yes.
Oh, wait, it was caught at the wall. That's worse because you got excited and then you got punched in the stomach. In a case like this is like a Christmas present that comes
Right.
2 days later.
I think it's fantastic. It's the charm of the broadcast. I
Fantastic.
can't get enough of it.
yeah.
Yeah, so I love it. I love it. And the best is, it sounds like she's pissed. She's like, well, I'll tell you what happened. Play it one more time. Like, listen to her tone as she tells John why everyone's standing around. Go ahead.
Pitch, 1-2. Swung on in the air to right. Back goes Stanton on the track at the wall leaping, and she is gone. It is a home run.
No. I caught
They're all waiting. And why are they waiting?
it. Because Stanton caught the ball.
Oh,
Because Stanton caught the ball. That's how she said it, right?
How is she supposed to say it?
Why are they all standing around? Because Stanton caught the ball.
Should she have
Like
done
Because Stanton caught the ball.
Like, she wants to add a word after ball.
What's the word?
I mean, it could be a lot of words. I don't want to say them myself, but it could be a lot of words.
Should she have done it in a very sweet way like John? Unfortunately, the ball was caught at the wall.
Well, I think she's mad, obviously, because she knows this is going to be played a million times over, and it's going to be on her as well.
She already can hear Craig Carton's voice
Yeah.
in her head as this is happening.
Yeah. she. By the way, I put the video out there, got 1.5 million views.
Of course.
What?
Because people want to see this and hear this.
Yeah, I think it's great. That's why I hope they never get fired. I hope until they want to retire, they should be there forever. Forever and ever and ever.
May I ask you a question, though?
Yeah.
If you and I are doing a baseball game,
Oh,
maybe
God
John
knows
and-
we'd make mistakes.
Let's say I'm the play-by-play announcer for that half inning.
Yeah.
And I make that call.
Well, that's not our agreement, but go ahead.
Well, it is. I do 4 innings, you do 5 innings. I'll even give you the extra inning because your ego needs it. Anyhow, I mess up the home run ball.
Yeah.
How do you break the news to me?
I start laughing. I start calling you John.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. I go right into Susan. John, you got that wrong. Yeah. Well, listen, I hope we are going to do a couple games.
And if we do, I will purposely tank a call.
No, don't
just
do that
so
on purpose.
you can have that moment.
Because Stanton caught the ball.
Because Stanton caught the ball, dummy. She's under her breath going, you dumb son of
How
a...
did you not see that? I'm at home
I saw it.
500 miles away,
Yeah.
and I saw it, John.
Because Stanton caught the ball.
By the way, Anthony Tacoma's reported that Trevor May is now on the injured list due to that right triceps
Of
inflammation.
course.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy spent it. And look, do I have compassion for Trevor May a little bit? I thought he was going to cry on the mound last night. Seriously,
Yeah.
he looked that emotional. But you can't stand there for 5 minutes talking about how unhealthy you are.
Right. Tell the trainer.
Tell the trainer and don't pitch.
Right.
And he says it's not fair to his teammates. No kidding. It ain't fair to the fans either. If you're hurt, I wish you all the best. I'd love for you to come back, but then don't pitch in a 1-run game against the Braves.
Yeah.
And where's does management not know? Like, does the manager or the Glenn Sherlock bench coach temporary manager not know? Like,
By the way, apparently not.
Are we completely oblivious? Did Trevor May say nothing, suck on the mound, and all of a sudden come off the mound and say, all right, guys, I'm going to break the news to you. I'm injured.
I mean, there's no way it went that way, but that's the way it went.
That actually ticked me off.
Hey, real quick, John's in Long Island. Johnny, what do you got, buddy?
I was listening to Boomer and Gio this morning,
Yeah.
and Boomer was saying that Evan wears Spanx and dresses like a woman on the weekends.
That is true.
Well, there's two things there to unpack. Number one, have you ever worn Spanx?
What are Spanx again?
Spanx for men? They suck your gut in so you don't look.
So the answer is yes, but let me explain why.
Okay.
I have a good reason. Can I explain? So
I mean, I hope you have an explanation. Yeah, sure.
So remember how yesterday? You all right over there, John? You having a good time? Remember, I'm always going to be honest with the audience. Though. I'm never going to lie.
No.
Remember how this weekend I went to a Saturday night Mets game and a Sunday night Mets game?
Yes.
I was taught, this is my dad's fault, to always bundle up. And my attitude to bundling up is I wear a lot of layers,
Yes.
including that as a layer. So I'm a layered
So you
man.
bought Spanx for men?
Well, they're like long johns, and they suck it in.
Yeah.
And they keep you warm, and it worked great on Saturday
So
and
you
Sunday.
weren't doing for the aesthetics of how you
No,
looked.
I was
You were
doing
doing it for warmth.
Yeah, and I had layers over it, so if someone saw me, they must have been in the bathroom and spotted it as I pulled my pants down.
Because you got to pull everything down
You
in
do.
that regard, right.
And I know
And that's,
people-
by the way, not a good look to be in a public bathroom with your pants around your ankles. I'm just saying, you're going to get punched in the face at some point by somebody.
They weren't down to my ankles.
All right.
but okay.
I know. What was the other accusation, John?
Woman's clothes he wears.
Do you ever dress up or have you ever put women's clothes on just because it feels good?
That part is not true.
All right, so they got half of it right. not bad. not bad.
I'll own the Spanx part because here's the truth, man. When you go to these baseball games and it's cold, like tonight. Tonight's a great example. I am going tonight.
You are going.
I'm very excited. I got my iPad ready for the Ranger game, so all Ranger fans are
I'm
more
all
than
pumped
welcome
up. We
to
have
stop by.
Whole bunch of hockey guests after 5 o'clock today too.
Do we?
Yep.
What time's Wayne on?
Wayne's on at 5:40.
What time is Henrik on?
I do not have Henrik on.
You're wearing his sweatshirt today, you kiss ass.
How am I kissing someone's ass who doesn't play?
You're wearing King with a goalie
but he
mask
don't
of
play
Henrik
anymore.
Lundqvist.
He doesn't play.
Yeah, but you're wearing his shirt on.
I'm wearing a hockey sweatshirt.
Where's Shesterkin stuff?
I don't even know who that is. So why would I wear the shirt of someone
He's
I don't know?
only the best goalie in the sport
Well,
right
let's
now.
hope he acts like it in the
He's the main
postseason.
reason why the Rangers are likely
Yeah.
to just dispose of these frauds from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they're a bunch of frauds.
Yeah.
They get bounced in the first round
All
every
right.
year, usually courtesy of the New York Islanders.
I'm pretty sure I'm sitting next to Boomer for tonight's game. So
You going?
I want to represent.
You're going to tonight's game?
Absolutely not.
You're funny.
We got all your calls, including somebody actually went to the all-you-can-eat seats last night at Citi Field, and I guarantee you they were disappointed. I've now seen the all-you-can-eat menu, and honestly, it's Wilpon-esque.
Really?
It's a travesty.
Oh, man.
For $60, it's a travesty.